The government tells social media companies to take more responsibility for harmful online
14-year-old
content.
Molly Russell took her own life in 2017
Now,
after
the government is urging social media companies to take more responsibility for harmful online content.
These are companies that count their profits in the billions, and they turn around and say to us that they can't protect our children.
The focus of this documentary is to highlight the negatives of social media and how it is damaging to young people. The main users of social media are Facebook with 2.11 billion users, Instagram with around 1 billion users, and Twitter with 396.5 million users. Around 4.7 billion people use social media apps. That is around 59% of the world. Amazing. Firstly, we are going to talk about the effects of peer pressure through social media on young people and how it can impact their lives. Secondly, how body image has a big impact on young people's mental health. Lastly, we are going to talk about algorithms and how they may affect people's minds.
Yes, well, I've got a background in computer science, so I have written algorithms. Algorithm is just a program that is written to meet a specific aim, and it follows through that one. So whatever algorithm that is there set a pattern, gives information, and people want to be able to follow that one. And in so doing, it might not be the best one. Social media giants like the Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and all the others have these algorithms. And it's because they study the pattern of behavior of many people, and then they write that in a program to influence others, positively or negatively.
Programs that we see or games that we see, they are programmed to make people walk, behave, and take certain actions. Yep. Like example, violent, programs that is written, is an algorithm. So it makes people want to emulate and want to, practice that kind of a thing.
Research on social media and teens has revealed that technology may increase peer pressure and bullying, while also resulting in increased substance use and mental health concerns.
Peer pressure is when individuals are leaning on each other to kind of be a part of or to conform to a certain pattern of behavior. And often people join that process of peer pressure to feel like they're fitting in.
I think peer pressure is when your peers and your friends pressure you into something that you don't want to do.
Peer pressure is direct or indirect influence of one's members of groups on the group itself. And this is normally done in terms of people wanting to be accepted. It's got an influence because people want to fit in. They want to be accepted as part of a group, and they will they feel lonely if they are not actually following what I'll call the rules of the group. And for that reason, people will want to do whatever it takes for them to be able to fit in. And that comes up out of that. So the idea is I want to be accepted. How can I stand alone and be part of a team? And the idea is I will just be part of what the team rules and behavior is. And that causes problems sometimes for teams in that age.
I think peer pressure is when a person or a group of people try to coax someone into doing something that they don't actually want to do. I'd say yes. Most people have what is considered an unhealthy body standard, which is having body standards for people that aren't possible to meet.
As a female myself, when I'm on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat and I see women, most likely celebrity women, with their ideal body and how they want to look because they can afford it, when you're younger and you're yet to be able to buy your own looks, it's very hard to see other women look perfect.
Yes, mental health, the impact of social media as a tool for good, which is enabling people to be able to communicate, learn, and also share information is very, very high. But it has to be used responsibly and also age appropriate level. Otherwise, then it becomes an evil, not a good in that sense. People look at Instagram, they look at the wonderful pictures of people coming there. Some of them are all photoshopped, and they want to be like that. And again, it's all the influence of fitting in.
Yes, again, because of the social, interference and media that is all around. People are looking at Twitter, Facebook, different comments and this. So it's actually influencing them.
Because when the teen sees someone that they are close to or someone that they look up to doing something, they feel obligated to kind of join them and fit in.
Social media algorithms hijack your attention the second you log on. For example, they place clickbait ads and virtual content into your social media feed.
Yeah, very well. That's what I've just mentioned. They watch most of these either films, programs, they want to play it, and they want to, go live and, replicate what they've, what game they are playing.
Can it affect your decision making?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I said, because it's programmed, is written in a certain way to do certain thing, and there is an outcome for that. So it depends on what algorithm or what it is programmed to do. So if it is a violent game or program, then they will go out and try to emulate that kind of a thing. So it can influence them.
Thank you.
Because, for example, say if you're just scrolling past and you just randomly like it, it will keep popping up on your page. So that's how the algorithms work, and that's how it keeps coming up on people's pages. The things we see other people do and say on social media can affect how people see the world and affect their beliefs and their values.
Yeah. Examples are, in the college, we see them all around. We see students coming from a very good and humble home. And then when they come to college and mix with some other students, probably they don't smoke, they don't drink, and their friends invite them to a pub or to parties. They want to belong, they want to be part of that clique. So it may influence them to start to drink, to smoke, and things like that.
Yeah, beliefs and values generally, I think, stem from your upbringing and perhaps cultural environment. And so quite often people have a tradition or ways of behaving, and they're very comfortable with that in the right setting. And then, of course, you're not always in your own setting. You have to mix and mingle with other people. And so when you're with other people who do not do the same things as yourselves, that's where the conflict comes in, because you're now measuring what your parents or your environment has taught you versus blending in and mixing with new people. And that creates a conflict purely on the basis, in my view, of wanting to fit in, wanting to blend in with new things,